Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the public Sitrep. Each Monday, we do have a public Sitrep where we share our knowledge, our technical analysis, our trading ideas with you all. And obviously, we talk about high time frames. So we talk about possible swing trades, very, very important area. And as usual, we check Bitcoin, we check S&P, we check gold, we check Euro USD. So we do have a lot of trading pairs to check within this stream. So definitely it is worth, in my opinion, to pay attention to what's going on this chart. And as usual, I'll start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is it's at a very, very important level on the chart. You can see basically the pump that we had last week, and now the price once again took the high. So in my opinion, this is a very, very important area on the Bitcoin chart, which depending on the reaction that we will get here could set the trend for the next couple of months, if not more. So this could be the ending of the bear market consolidation area and could potentially open the possibility for more upside. And when we talk about more upside, we talk about more upside. But until that happens, we are where we are on the chart and we need to pay attention to what's going on. So before I start this stream, I want to make sure everything is okay with the stream. Victor is here. Good morning everyone. We do have people in the chat, so that's great. Sound is good. Also, thank you for that confirmation that everything is okay with the stream. And because we are here, and if you like our content, if you like what we do here and you want to support this project, please don't forget to share, subscribe, like our videos. And if you want to, we do have obviously our website, successrepeated.com. This is where you find us if you want to get more in depth about trading, if you want to become a pro trader, a full-time trader. But also here in the description, you find our Discord. And in Discord, we do have a free section and obviously premium section. And basically, this is our free section, so the Midgard. And this is where from time to time I post, myself or Victor, we post the most important levels and the most important trading ideas. And the last one was basically, if I remember correct, last Monday, where we had this push to the upside, right? I'll talk about it, about this push in just a second. But other than that, the main trading idea was this. So you can see this, the point of control here was resistance. Then for me, the most important takeaway from this move was actually that the price managed to claim this resistance area. And at that point in time, I was saying, as long as the point of control of this range is holding up as support, more upside is possible. So I will not be surprised if we get another push to backtest at least the value I have the range, if not higher. So basically, this is, in my opinion, this is everything that you need about trading. So as long as the point of control holds as support, I wouldn't be surprised about the push to at least to the value high, if not higher. Obviously, now if we get back to the Bitcoin chart, we could see that actually the price just took the high this morning, took the high from that move. So definitely, and in my opinion, it's good to be in our Discord, even in the free Discord, right? Because you get this kind of information. Also, I was when I started this is my last post from basically from last night. And this was the chart, and my message was, so you see the push to the upside. I was checking on my phone and I said, okay, this is an interesting situation and I just want to update my team. And this was the situation on the chart. So my post was, as far as the value high is acting as support, more upside is possible. And we do have two levels on the chart. The monthly for another swing failure pattern, right? I'll show you the monthly. So basically everything that was the top from the monthlies for another swing failure pattern, basically what happened right now, or the 32k area for another swing failure pattern or a breakout. So this was my post from last night. Let's put that, let's put the horizontals, right? So this is the monthly. So like I said, a new higher highs possible on the chart for another swing failure pattern. Obviously, if not, we do have the next important area, which is this, the 32K area, for another swing failure pattern or a possible breakout. So that's why I said it's always a good idea to join our Discord. If you want to choose the free section, that's totally fine. I'll share the most important high time frame levels, and if you want to go more in depth, then definitely I do think it's a good idea to join our premium section in Discord. Also, let's check what happened since the last stream, and for that we will need to go to lower time frame, and there we will talk about this local range. Let me see if I can find that range. Should be this one, yes. And remember, this was just before this pump, right? This pump where if we put the most important monthly level, we had this monthly level, right? Sorry, we had this monthly level, not only the monthly level, but a lot of liquidity in this area, because we have high, lower high, and so on. So a lot of liquidity in this area. So obviously that's an area that I was kind of expecting for a very, very long term. And in that stream, so this was the stream, the price was still below the point of control. So the price was still below here. And I was looking for a possible short, depending on the reaction, in this entire section of the chart, starting with the value high. Then we had weekly, daily, and most important, this monthly, and a lot of liquidity. Well, a couple of hours later, we had this move, the price pushing to the upside, taking the liquidity, swing failure pattern, right, of the monthly, of taking all the liquidity, and then down we go. If you have a trading plan like this, then definitely this becomes so much easier. Wasn't a very, very easy trade per se, because everything happened like really fast, and we managed to catch this live. We were in a live stream in our premium section in Discord, and we've managed to catch this. Like I said, not the easiest trade. My entry was somewhere in the 30,200 area, just below, because like I said, the price action was just very, very, very fast. And then obviously we need to check what's going on. So at that point in time, definitely the value are high. That was an important level, right? And then we talk about the point of control. And as you can see, this kind of push, giving everything back, definitely doesn't look like the most bullish price action that I've seen on the chart. However, we need to understand what's going on a high time frame level. And for me, on a high time frame level, we had this situation where the point of control of this local range, right, was our resistance, still resistance, and then with this push to the upside, yes, that was a nice trade, giving, I mean, the entire move was just above 8%, so very, very good trading opportunity. But the main takeaway for me was that the point of control, the 20, give or take 28K area, was flipped from resistance to support. And that was the message, right, that I posted in the free section of Discord. As long as this area is holding as support, more upside is possible, and I would not be surprised if we see another push at least to the value area high of this range, if not higher. Obviously, if the point of control will be lost, then it's party time for the bulls, and definitely the next important area should be the value area low of this range. However, as you can see, that never happened, right? So the point of control was acting as support, and definitely we've got more upside possible. Where I was looking to short this section of the chart, the value area high. Also, we had the local golden pocket here, right? So I was looking to short this area, but based on reaction. And as you can see, we had some reaction, right? This was on Friday. We had some sort of reaction. So for a scalp, yes, that's very, very nice. Then we've seen during the weekend another swing failure pattern and another double top, right? But this was just for scalps. And don't get me wrong, these scalps are very, very, very good. I mean, we talk about more than 1%, 1.5%. So that is very, very, very good for scalping, for day trading. That is all you need. But other than that, there is not much to build a bearish case in this kind of situation. And that's why last night I posted that message. As long as the value high is holding as support, then definitely more upside is possible. And we do have two levels. This one for a possible swing failure pattern, this high for a possible swing failure pattern. And other than that, we do have this area for another swing failure pattern or the breakout, right? So this is kind of what happened last week, and this is the situation that we do have right now on the charts. A very, very important level on the Bitcoin chart. Please allow me to go on the weekly because I want to show you a couple of things like high time frame just to put some context for this situation. So very, very important level in my opinion. So pay attention to what I have to say. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's start with naked chart. And naked chart, I mean, you can clearly see what's going on here, right? This area, this entire section of the chart, this is the SNR flip level on the Bitcoin chart. So it was resistance, then it was claimed, support, 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 lost. This entire section, I mean, we talk about since June 2022, so more than a year, right? The price was not able to claim this area, give or take the 30K psychological area, right? So we had the first attempt, rejection, another attempt, swing failure pattern, and another rejection, right? Price taking the liquidity here, great. And this would be the third attempt to claim this area. So that's why we need to pay attention. And if we see another swing failure pattern, maybe this is the local bottom, or maybe we'll see another push to the upside. And if I'll see another swing failure pattern here, then I'll be more than happy to trade that swing failure pattern. However, as a trader, I need a bullish and a bearish scenario. And also I'm open to the idea of a breakout, right? So you always need two scenarios, the bullish and the bearish scenario, and you need to be prepared with both. Also with very, very good invalidations for both scenarios. So if you see one scenario playing out, great, then you go for that one. If you see that scenario invalidated, meaning the stop loss area was hit, then what's the obvious answer? That means the other scenario will, or is more likely to play out. And taking this into consideration, right, then I would like to share my first range. My first range, and that would be, sorry, this one, that would be the high time frame range, right? This entire section of the chart starting with 28th of December 2020 down to what we do have right now. So this is almost 3 years of price action. So these levels are very, very well respected. Now, what happened here was very, very interesting. Let me see if I can show you that. Okay. Because this up to, let me see if I can get that, up to this section of the chart now here, somewhere in this area. Let's see if I can show you that. Okay, the price was just, the value area low was just a bit higher. And then when we move to the current price action, let's put it here, the value area low of this range moved just a bit lower. This is still a developing range, and depending on the volume deployed at each level, and we do have a lot of volume in this area, also a lot of time, because we talk about from March this year, so 6 months, right? More than 6 months. So this, the value area low moved just a bit lower. With this drop, moved just a bit lower, acting as support. So that was a very, very interesting situation in my opinion, right? And if we take into consideration this range, and the value area low of this range was claimed, backtested, and up we go, the next important level to the upside should be the point of control. This is how you trade the range, from the bottom of the range to value area low to the point of control, value area high, top of the range, and vice versa. Top of the range, value area high, point of control, value area low, low of the range. This is how you trade the range. So taking into consideration this information, and as long as the value low is holding as support, what do you think is the next important level to the upside? Hopefully, the answer should be the point of control. Currently, the point of control is currently standing around 47K area, right? So this is the situation. As long as this, the 26,500, give or take, this is a high time frame, so I wouldn't think about this to the absolute dollar. So more like an area, right? As long as the value low of this range is holding as support, the next important level, high time frame level within this range is actually the 47,200, give or take. But I would extend that to the 50K psychological area, right? So this is the story. As long as this holds as support, then the next important level to the upside high time frame should be the 50K psychological area. What's standing in between? This area. This area is the only thing that we do have in between. This area, which was support, 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 then slowly start to flip to resistance, resistance, and we need to check what's going on right now, what the reaction will be on the chart. That's why I said this is a very, very important area on the Bitcoin chart, and that could set the trend for the next 6 months or even more, because if the price actually manages to claim this area, then we can start, finally, we can start to talk about the 50K area. But we are not quite there yet. So this is the context. This is the high time frame levels. However, as a trader, we are in this area, and this is resistance. See, resistance, resistance, and still resistance. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. And the only trade that I would take here would be a short or no trade, right? So let's make that very, very clear. There is no way in the world I'm going to look for a long up here. We had the time for longs when the price was here. You know, if you watch my streams, I talked about longs, but this is a major resistance area, right? So the only trade that I would take in this area would be a short or no trade. However, that would be based on reaction. And the easiest trade to take is a swing failure pattern. A swing failure pattern, you know, like the one that we do have here. For a scalp, that is totally fine. But we need to see what's going on. We need to let the price action develop, because for a full reversal, one would like to see change in market structure, starting with high time frame, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, with continuation on higher time frame like 15 minutes, 1 hour, and so on, daily, 4 hours, and so on. And also, I would like to see some levels lost. So in this situation, yes, we do have a swing failure pattern here, but this is not a major thing. Could become, but let's pay attention to what's going on. This is just Monday. NY was not open. And remember what I said on my last public stream last Monday. I would like to see what NY has to say about this price action. And starting with NY, we've seen this push to the upside, the 8-9% push to the upside, and then we've seen the full retracement. So NY, usually the NY open will usually tell the story. That's why I'm not in a rush of trading this. Scalp here, there, yes, if you see a good level on the chart, definitely that's very, very good. But other than that, I want to be patient. I want to see how NY will open. If we see a bullish open, then my best guess, the price could potentially push to the upside. If we see a bearish open, the price starting to lose level, then, you know, maybe this is the top and the price, you know, took some of the liquidity, but we still have stop losses up here. So this is the high time frame. Right now, let's move to the local, more local range, and that would be the one that we do have up here. Just to make sure everything understood, what I do have here, we do have this major SNR flip level, right? So that would be 25,222, and this level was resistance until it was claimed, giving the possibility of this range, right? Now we can hide this range, and then it was a very, very, very good support. Support, weak to the downside, but still support. Then once again, backtesting this. This is an area where we look for longs, and now the price is up here, right? So we are up here. Like I said, this is resistance. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. And the only trade that I would take here would be a short or no trade. However, we need to get confirmation. Confirmation, like I said, comes from changing market structure and losing some levels. So for me, weakness here would be if the price will get acceptance back into the value area of this range. So below value area high, currently standing around 29,500. So if we see something like this, right? Boom, the price getting acceptance in here, back testing the value area high of this range, then we do have point of control and then this area, value area low. Basically, we're still in this range, so there's no need to be overexcited that the price will break to the upside. Yes, it is possible. Yes, 100% that is possible. But until you actually see that happening, this is resistance, and resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. So sign of weakness for me would be if the price will get acceptance back into the value area of this range, below value area high. Until that happens, I would say more upside is possible. And that would give us a range of about, let's say from the top to the value area high, give or take, we do have 7.5%. So there are a lot of things that could happen within this space, right? But right now we do have this, the high. We can mark this one for a possible swing failure pattern, right? Right, so that would be 31,869, and also very, very important support should be this one, the value area high of this range, 29,500 area. What will happen here in between, who knows? But I know that if this level would be claimed and flipped to support, so that would look something like this, right? Something like this. Let's say this, no swing failure pattern, but an S&R flip level, the price back testing this level, then it's party time for the bulls, right? This is what you would like to see for a breakout, right? Where the other scenario would be if this is the top, or if the price goes here, right? Take the high, swing failure pattern, and we get back here. And after that, the price starts to get acceptance back into the value of this range, then down we go. So those are the only scenarios available on the chart right now. So levels to be taken into consideration, this and the one that, the high that we had last week, this one, right? So those are the only level standing in between for a possible breakout, right? Resistance, and value area high should be our support. So let's pay attention to this level. That's basically all you need for trading. Now, let's talk about the breakout. Let's talk about, let's say we do get a breakout. And like I said, the next major level to the upside should be this, point of control, 47 to 58, 50,000 K area, right? Doesn't mean the price will go there in one candle. It is possible because this is Bitcoin. We've seen crazy moves on the Bitcoin chart, but doesn't mean that this will go in one candle to that. This could take, I mean, look at this. This range took around 6-7 months, right? Who's not telling me that we could form a range here and that range will take another 6 months? So don't think that this will happen in 2 days or 1 day or so, a week. It is possible, yes, 100% that is possible, but it is not the most likely scenario. So this, as long as this will hold as, will be claimed and hold as support, then more upside is possible. And like I said, this should be the next important area. Doesn't have to go like in one candle to the upside. We could see some ranges. Who knows what's going to happen? We do have a couple of interesting levels in between, right? But high time frame, this is what we do have right now on the chart. So we do have a swing failure pattern here. Great. But like I said, this doesn't give me full confidence. Let's go to daily time frame. This doesn't give me full confidence. I mean, for a scalp, great. We do scalp, we do have a stop loss, and you start to book some profits, either taking into consideration the previous day levels, for example, previous day. Let's go to this chart. So previous day high, as you can see, this should be a very, very interesting take profit. Also, we do have VWAP here, so there are a lot of things to do. And don't get me wrong, these kind of scalps, they are very, very, very interesting. I mean, we talk about up to this point, this is 1% to the low, 1.7%. So this is, if you understand how to scalp and how to handle this kind of situation. And if you're not greedy, I mean, you're scalping, because for the moment, I would have to favor the bullish scenario. I would have to favor the bullish scenario, but scalps are always in order, but you don't have to be greedy. You don't have to be like, hey, this will go to 50K now, or to the value high or point of control. Could potentially, yes, but you need to book profits, because for the moment we do not have a lot of confirmation here. So we do not have a lot of confirmation, and until that, then we are scalping. So this is what we do have on the chart right now. Let's hide this. Let's hide this and this and this, because we need to talk about the horizontals, right? So we do have a couple of interesting levels on the chart. This one I have to delete. This one I have to delete, because they are all tapped levels, right? So currently we do have, I'm still keeping this monthly, because this monthly is still an important level. I mean, we've seen the swing failure pattern here, but as you can see, and for the moment, this monthly is holding as support, right? So before the price will actually go to the local range, to the value high, we still have this level in between. So this level is an important level. So let's pay attention to this weekly 30,460. Losing this level could potentially lead to a bigger drop, but for the moment, we're not quite there yet. Other than that, we do still have this daily untapped daily level, daily level. And if we go to weekly time frame, also we do have a new weekly untapped weekly level, but it is to the downside, 27,159, right? So we do have a couple of interesting levels to the downside, but we're right here, we're up here. So the next level to the upside should be this daily 31,474 plus the pulsable swing failure pattern here. And for more downside, I would like to see, locally speaking, because we start on a high time frame and then we reduce to lower time frames. After this swing failure pattern, I would like to see this monthly level loss of 30,460. If that happens, you know, it at least opens the possibility for the value high somewhere around 29,500. So that could be quite a bit of a drop, right? But like I said, for the moment, I would have to favor the bullish scenario, right? So this is what's going on the Bitcoin chart. Like I said, I'm not in a rush with trading this. Scalps totally fine. Scalps totally fine. And I want to give you one other level. And it is this one, right? This SNR flip level, 32,900. So let's pay attention to this level too, right? Let's pay attention to this level. So this, together with the high from here, this, I would like to see this level claimed. So if the price manages to claim this level, then, you know, maybe the 50K should be in order. Again, doesn't have to be like in one or two candles, but high time frame, the 50K area, psychological area, should be in order. But let's pay attention, because we do have a lot of levels in between, and also here we're not quite there yet, right? In terms of trades, I would, again, we are at resistance and I would have to look for shorts. So we do have two setups, right? We do have two setups and both are short. So one of them is basically this one right now, right? So that would be, but this would be more for a scalp towards a day trade, you know, possible swing trade, but doesn't give me like full confidence, right? So that would look something like this, and you should already be in a trade based on the swing failure pattern here. Maybe you book some profits, and let's see what's going on. Very, very important. We need to see this monthly lost. As long as the price is above this monthly, this kind of setup is not the most likely for this to happen, right? So if this monthly will be lost, then you know this setup could potentially play out. Like I said, this should be based on the starting as a scalp, possible day trade, but it's not the most likely scenario. As a trader, you need to understand that you have two options: to get involved, also not to get involved. Sometimes, no. If you're just waiting, that's a very, very valid trade. I'm saying valid trade because you are protecting your capital. But if you really want to get involved, this is your short. Very, very important. The price needs to go below previous day high and below this monthly. That would open the possibility for more downside. The other option that we do have on this chart, please allow me to hide this, would be still a short, but a short based on a swing failure pattern of this high or a failed auction. A failed auction would be a very, very interesting scenario here. So a failed auction will look something like this. So taking into consideration the high time frame, right? And let's put this one. Let's put the high. So instead of please allow me to make this bigger so you can see this better, right? Instead of a quick swing failure pattern, the price could do something like this. So the price could actually take this high, spend some time here, and then losing this level, and then we start to see this. This is a possible scenario. So let's pay attention, but to put a short on this trade should be something like this. So let's say a failed auction here, and this one, once again, we talk about this, we talk about the value area high of this range and possibly lower, but I would put it to here just in case we do get a swing failure pattern or a failed auction. The good thing about this kind of trade, they do have a very, very close invalidation, right? They do have a very, very close invalidation. So let's say the price will do something like this, you know, take this high, then down we go like this. So let's say this is the price action. I would give it just a bit of space above this high. The price goes here, you get stopped out, your setup is invalidated, and then, you know, more upside is possible. But these kind of trades, you know, they are very, very good based on the swing failure pattern because the invalidation is very, very, very close. Should be very, very close to your entry. So those are the only trading setup that I have for you this week. Again, I don't have a lot of information to back this short, right? So for the moment, everything looks good for more upside. Let's see how NY open will be, if it will be bullish or bearish. But because we are at resistance, the only trades that I can show you, the only trades that we do have available in this area are shorts or no trade. It is way too late for me to actually think about a long in this area. A long, because we need to talk about a long too. A possible long should be based on the back test of this level. So let's say the price does this and this and something like this, so losing and reclaiming this level, this could potentially be a long trade, right? So let's say you're in no long, this should be a long trade, right? And then, you know, this could go to whatever, to 50K, right? So that would be the only way that I would trade this kind of situation, right? To 50K. I would not long here where we are right now, but I would wait to see this level of resistance claimed, back tested, and that would give me a possible long to the upside. Starting as a scalp with the possibility, you know, of 50K area. So those are actually the only trades, in my opinion, available right now on the chart. So starting with this one, right, that we do have here locally, but the monthly, where do I have the horizontals? This monthly 30,460 needs to be lost for this to have like chances to play out, and I would play this to the value area high, right? Or the other one is based on the swing failure pattern somewhere in this area. Again, it's hard to know where this week will stop if we get a swing failure pattern, but if that happens, you know, something along these lines. And for a long, it has to be based on the on an SNR flip level, on claiming this resistance, and then up we go. Again, starting as a scalp with the possibility for more upside. Those are the only trades available, in my opinion, on the Bitcoin chart. Other than that, you know, it's just consolidation, just scalps, possible day trades, and like I said at the beginning of this stream, very, very, very important area on the Bitcoin chart, because claiming and flipping this area to support could potentially lead to higher prices, possibly the 50K area. So this is what we do have right now on the Bitcoin chart. This took a bit longer than I was expecting, but you know, I want to share the levels, I want to share the possible setups. If those setups will play out or not, that we'll see next week, because you do not expect, as a trader, you do not expect to win all the trades, but if you want to get involved, those are the trades available right now on the chart. So that would be Bitcoin. I'm not going to share more information because there's no need for more information. So pay attention to this area, right, to the high for a possible swing failure pattern, sorry. Check this SNR flip level 32,903 above. Yeah, that's bullish territory, and as long as this, if the price will manage to flip this to support, that's bullish territory. So 50K should be the next important level to the downside, but we're not quite there yet. Let's be patient. Let's see what's going on, what will happen today, NY Open, and other than that, the rest of the week, right? And if the price will slowly start to get acceptance back into the value of this range, so below value high, that would be a sign of weakness. And then we do have point of control somewhere around 28K area, then 26 value low, and possibly lower. But for the moment, we are up here and we need to see. I would say let's pay attention to what will happen on the chart. I forgot to mention, if you have questions, something related with the stream, then I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, I'm reading the chat. Still got my 62. Now, I don't know about that, but that was a good short, and definitely I hope you book some profits. This SNR flip level should tell the story, you know, and then you can react to that. Which style is more profitable? Swing scalps really depends. So both could be very, very profitable, but it really depends of how much time do you have, what kind of trader you are. If you are in front of if you are a pro and or I don't know, for some reason you can be in front of the computer the entire day, you can actually do both. So when the price goes to important areas, that could be tops or bottom, then you know that's the place where you look for a swing. Other than that, scalps, day trades, you know, each day I don't know if you use an order flow software, so this kind of moves, or if you want to go to the trend reversal, this kind of moves, you know, this kind of intraday levels like previous day high, VWAP, daily open, and so on. This could be very, very good for scalping. So I like both, right? I'm a scalper, right? So for me, most of my trades start as a scalp, and when I see, you know, we're at a very, very important level, then, you know, I book some profits, I move my stop loss at entry, and if the price moves lower or higher, depending on the situation, then yeah, potentially I make more money. If I get stopped out, there's always another trade. So it's not a black or white answer for this. So really, really depends. If you have time, if you don't have time, because let's say trading is just part-time and you have a full-time job, then it's kind of hard to scalp, right? So then you should focus on swing trades. So, you know, when the price, like right now, the price is approaching a very, very important area. This could be a potential top. In this area, you know, start as a scalp, you book some profits, not too much, like, I don't know, 10%, move your stop loss at entry, and, you know, if the price goes lower, then you make more money. So this is an area that one would look for a swing trade, right? Short, and let's see what's going on. But no, there's not like a definitive answer for this, like a black or white answer. It really, really depends. I'm a scalper, right? But, you know, if the price is at an important area, let that trade run for as much as possible. Yeah. Yeah, Victor is here too, so life is good, mate. Life is good. This is just trading, but life is more than trading. Life is good. And pay attention to this area. This is a very, very important area. Like I said, claim this area, and this is like bull's territory. If we see another rejection, then who knows? Okay, so this is Bitcoin. Let's see gold, because gold is like very, very, very interesting and very good to trade. Very, very nice volatility on this chart. So let's pay attention to this. So first of all, we still have this triple top, right? And a lot of liquidity. So you'll see that why this is important, right? This is important because I'm more than interested of the reaction up here. If the price will go there, definitely, because the price could stop here. But now, if the price goes here, let's pay attention to this triple top. Let's pay attention to that. Other than that, as you can see from, I'm pretty sure I talked about this last week, this small front runs of the price is still building liquidity down here, and the price pushed to the upside 10%. That's a huge move for 2 weeks, and the price keeps pumping, right? Now let's start with the levels. So I would like to put this range, right? So in this section of the chart, when the price was somewhere in this area, I talked about this. This could be a possible change in behavior, and to see that, let's go on a daily time frame, right? Because the price, let's put the range back on the chart like this. Great. Because the price had this drop. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red days in a row. And then we start to see this, right? So even if you go to a lower time frame, this could be a change in behavior, right? So that was on Monday. We've seen very nice push to the upside, some consolidation, and another push to the upside. So at that point I said, look, this is, again, we trade the range from top to the value high to the point of control value low, and possibly the lows of this range, right? But the price stopped here. I explained why. If you missed that one, you can check the stream from last week. The price spent some time in this area, right? So consolidating around the point of control. And other than that, the next important level to the upside was obviously the value area high of this range. Also liquidity in this area. Now, that liquidity is taken, and we've seen this rejection. So from here to the lows, that's 1.6%, 1.6%. That is quite a bit for this chart. However, if we pull some fibs like this, right, just to measure the retracement that we had, the price could never make it to 382. So definitely this is not a bearish chart. This is not a bearish chart, right? So once again, I would have to favor more upside, right? Could this be the top? Yes, this could be the top, but for that, I would like to see change in market structure. Now I would like to see a backtest, and down we go. But for the moment, this is not a bearish chart, and we've seen this kind of retracement. If we measure this one from here to here, right? So this entire day retracement to the 382. Now we've got the retracement not even to the 382, right? So this is not a bearish move per se. Price took the liquidity. Yes, that was a nice scalp. But we need, once again, let's see what NY Open has to say about this chart. And most important then, because we talk about high time frame, if the price actually manages to claim this, there is not much left to the triple top, which this triple top, in my opinion, it will tell the story. So let's pay attention to what's going on in this section of the chart. Let's see what horizontal levels do we have. So we had monthly and monthly. The price took this monthly, took the liquidity, and then we get back to this monthly, backtesting this monthly, and up we go. So like I said, this doesn't fit yet into the bearish price action scenario. What we could do here is actually pull a fib like this from low to high, and let's see what do we have here. Let's see, the golden pocket comes just a bit higher, somewhere around this monthly. So if we start to see another push to the upside to this monthly, and the push stops here, and then we see something like this, let's say, oops, sorry, not this one, something like this, then this could potentially be the top of this move. And then without any kind of other levels, I will look towards the point of control, this untapped daily, so 1920. So that could be the next support area. But for this to happen, the price needs to lose this monthly. So this monthly 1965 is our local support. If the price will go below this level, then maybe more downside is possible. But for the moment, and as long as this level is holding our support, then I would say more upside. Let's pay attention to the monthly. Let's pay attention to the top. Let's pay attention to the value area high, right? But other than that, we do not have too much in between, right? We do have this daily and another daily up here. And in terms of fibs, this is also the golden pocket for this move, right? Let's delete this one. So this is the golden pocket, 0.71, right? So the next, if we enable like this, we do have 786, 886, and then a possible new higher high on the chart. So there's not that much in between. If I put this, we are very, very close to 0.75. 0.5 was here giving some trouble, but nothing major. So yeah, definitely more upside is possible. Then we can go to lower time frame, let's say 1 hour. And we do have a couple of things going on. So this is the last range, right? So this is the last range that we had. Let's say the main trading idea for this range, we do have a lot of traders in the group that are trading gold. So obviously we need this kind of scalps, right? So monthly. So in between, the price is forming a range. So let's pay attention to this range. And like I said, if this is the top, I wouldn't like to see the price going above this monthly also golden pocket. So this one could be a nice retracement. We need to check what's going on in this area. and then we start to see the rejection. And for more downside, this, the monthly, the lower monthly 1965 needs to be lost. So that would be kind of the bearish scenario. I'm okay up to this monthly, you know, something along these lines. Another swing failure pattern here is possible, yes, but from taking into consideration the behavior for this chart, it will be more likely to see some sort of like a double top, so the price not creating a lower high here, then moving to this area and then the breakout. So that would be the most likely scenario in this kind of situation, right? So let's pay attention to this one too. So this one, this monthly 1989 will tell the story. If we start to see rejection from this monthly or just above, then yes, we do have another shot for this. If this level will be claimed, then, you know, I think more upside is possible, and I would favor the bullish scenario. If we start to see, but usually gold doesn't do this, if we start to see a clean swing failure pattern here, then the price doing this, getting acceptance below this monthly, then yes, this has a bigger chances to be the top. But usually gold doesn't do this. Usually gold does something like this, like some sort of double top, then back testing this, boom, and then up we go. This is how this chart likes to work with this kind of levels. But for the moment, we have monthly above, monthly below. Let's see which one. This should be resistance, this is support, right? So let's see which one will break first. If this one will be claimed, then very, very simple, more upside is possible. If this one will be lost, more downside is possible. And now if we go once again to the daily time frame, if we hide the horizontals and the local range, right, taking into consideration only this range, very, very simple. Claim the value are high and a new higher high on the chart is possible. As long as this area is holding as support, then point of control, possibly a new lower low on the chart. So those are the most important levels, like high time frame levels. In between scalps, yes, sure, there are a lot of scalps on this chart. Like I said, the volatility is very, 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 very good. Very, very, very good. So there are a lot of scalps to be taken. Easy invalidation for those scalps. So I see no real good reason, if you like this chart, or if you want to have, I don't know, another option to trade. Let's say Bitcoin is not doing too much and this chart is moving, just to have another trading pair to work with. But other than that, I will stop here because there is no need to add more. So we do have value high, claim this level, a new higher high on the chart is possible. This one still resistance, then we do have the point of control. And in between, and for more confirmation, we do have monthly. Claim this one, more upside is possible. Lose this one, more downside is possible. This is how you trade. You want very, very, very clear levels. And if you have very, very clear levels, then you can start to work with these levels. Let's move to S&P. S&P, again, very, very interesting, like high time frame levels, very, very interesting price action, and we need to see what's going on. So as always, I would like to start with not this one, but this one. This one. This is let's say the high time frame range. And I was saying, as long as, same story, this is how you trade the range. As long as value high was support, more upside is possible. So another higher high, support, another bounce, the bounce somewhere around the golden pocket here, right? Something along these lines. Then the price gets acceptance back into the value of this range, right? Goes here. I explained, give or take, why the price last week, why the price stopped here, and now the back test of the value area high of this range, right? You can see a week where we had strong rejection. Now we need to see what's going on. So taking into consideration this range, the next important level should be the point of control of this range, somewhere around 41, 42 area. Again, think about this as a range, not to the absolute dollar. And you can see this was the main reason, in my opinion. This was the main reason for the price just staying above this level. So this was our resistance. Resistance claimed, the more upside is possible, right? So as long as the value high is our resistance, then I would say more downside is possible, and point of control of this range should be the next important area to the downside, right? So that would be kind of high time frame. But if you want to go even more on depth, then you need the other range, and the other range should be this one. No, not this one, but this one. Sorry, let's hide this too. Should be this one. And this range is based on everything, the entire price action that happened above the value or high of the bigger range. So let's hide the bigger range for a second. And as you can see here, obviously this should stop like, okay, like this, should stop somewhere in this area. Obviously I'm on a weekly time frame, so this needs to be adjusted. But just to give you a very clean entry for a possible short, because remember we still have the high time frame range, but the price moved like, what's this, 0.8, 0.9 above this. But to get a sharp entry for your trade, we do have this point of control of the bigger range, you can see, and the point of control was up here, but because in this area we had a lot of volume, the point of control moves here, giving this very interesting entry. Then we start to see rejection, the price slowly start to lose the value high, then we move to the situation that we do have right now on the chart. So starting with the high time frame, right, where the value high was claimed, support, more upside is possible, then lost, backtest, and then point of control. The only thing standing in between here is actually this, right? So we do have this low for a possible swing failure pattern, right, or a failed auction. But other than that, we should look at another drop, and that drop could be another 2%, give or take. Again, doesn't have to be to the absolute dollar, but yeah. So if the price will lose this level, right, if the price will lose this level, then, and most important, not only lose it, but flip it to resistance, then we look to a possible 2% drop to the downside. We need to see. In terms of horizontal levels, we do have a couple of interesting things. We do have this one, small front run, but this is a tapped weekly. I'm still keeping it on the chart because it was like very good support here. So another with the rest of the confluences, now this is still here. We do have a new weekly up here, 43.57. This daily, it's a tap daily, right? So we can actually delete it. And like I said, below we still have this. Let me go to daily time frame so you can actually see this these levels, right? So we still have this daily level 41.88, and obviously after that we still have the point of control. If we start to see a swing failure pattern here, maybe a bounce should be in order, but no. And if that's the case, we should look, let's say the price will take the lows, something along these lines. Again, I'm anticipating here, or let's use this one. Let's say this is the top, the bottom, sorry. The next important area should be, once again, untap weekly, golden pocket, and obviously the value area high of the high time frame range. For the moment, everything points out to more downside. So let's pay attention to a possible swing failure pattern here. and depending on the reaction, swing failure pattern, and we start to see change in market structure, starting with low time frame, moving to a higher time frame, then possible push to the upside, great. If not, I do think the daily, this daily, 41.88, and the point of control, possibly the lower daily, and why not lower, is possible. We're building a perfect market structure. What's missing? A new lower low, because we start to see low, lower high, lower low, lower high in the process. And if we hide the horizontal in the process, and this, the price got acceptance back into the value area of this range. So the next one should be in order, the next level, high time frame level that should be in order, is the point of control of this range. Again, let's see how this will develop, but you know, bearish market structure, price got acceptance back into the value area of this range. We've got this nice back test, so everything points out to more downside. We need to see what's going on. Again, this is for high time frame, and we need to see what's going on. So the next major area of support comes around this point of control. So let's see if the price will actually manage to go here, and we go from there. And the last chart that I would like to check today is actually EURUSD. Right, this chart is a very, very interesting chart for me. Not something that I trade, but because, like I said, we do have a lot of, I will start to trade this week, but because we do have a lot of traders in the group, I said, why not, let's pay attention to this chart. So this chart, right? So in my opinion, we do have a couple of things. We do have some SNR flip levels, and think about this as areas, not to the absolute dollars. So I marked them like this, right? So this one was support, 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 support lost. Guess what happened? Resistance, resistance, right? So this is the very definition of a SNR flip level. Also, we do have this level here, which was support, 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 still support, then support lost, and now the price is actually working on claiming this level. So just by looking at the naked chart, just with no levels, no everything, we need to pay attention to these SNR flip levels, right? Then, because we do have these SNR flip levels, kind of everything that's happening above this level is a range, and between these two levels, that is another range. So this is what we've got, right? So this section of the chart ends. Now let's hide the SNR flip level, because hopefully you'll understand the main idea, or at least my idea. We are once again at the value area low of this range. This is major, major, major support. Below, we talk about weakness, right? And then we can go to even lower time frame, because let's say everything that happened below the value low could be a range, and now we're forming a new range, let's say between the point of control and the value low of this range. So we're moving from a high time frame range to a lower time frame range to get levels to work with also. And this is very, very, very interesting for me, because the price is kind of trying to change the market structure here locally, right? Because we had, and let's go to daily time frame so you can see this better. So we had, since this top here, we had a major downtrend where you can see a perfect bearish market structure, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and so on, up to this point where, please allow me to hide this, so lower low, lower high, lower low, and now what the price is trying to do, took the high, so we do have a high high, high low, and let's see if the price manages actually to make a new higher high here. That would give us the confirmation about the change of market structure on a daily time frame. So you can see this behavior, right? And right now the price is trying to change that behavior. Let's see if that will be the case, or more downside is possible, right? So we do have our ranges, the high time frame ranges, great. And like I said, you can see clearly below this one, we do have a range, and also here we do have a range. Everything that's going on above value are high, value are low, sorry, let's say roughly between the value area low and the point of control of this range. So this is our range, right? This is our range. And now we need to see what's going on in this section of the chart. Let's hide this and let's focus on this local price action. So for me, it would be nice if the price could actually take this high. We do have even more ranges, but that would be for lower time frame, right? And let's see the horizontals. We do have a couple of interesting levels. So we do have an untapped daily level, great. Small front run here. We do have a tapped daily level, but it is kind of our support. Untapped daily level, yearly, obviously this is a tapped, but this is a yearly level. So this is a very, very important level. And also an untapped weekly level and another untapped daily level here. So we do have some levels to work with. As you can see, this level, usually they give a very, very good reaction. Doesn't necessarily have to be to the absolute dollar. So some wicks to the upside, like this weekly, this was resistance, the price moved once again here, and up we go, and down and up. But this should give you, this kind of horizontal should give you some sort of guidance about what's going on. And I'm really hoping that the price could potentially take this high, because that would give us a new higher high. And if we see something like this, right, so a new higher high, then another retracement and another higher high, that would give us some sort of, you know, some sort of change in behavior. So let's say more confirmation about the change in behaviors on this chart. Doesn't mean that one could not scalp this. So yes, let's say we get the bullish change in market structure, but that doesn't mean one cannot scalp. Like you see a swing failure pattern, you trade the swing failure pattern, wait for the swing failure pattern or failed auction, and then you can trade this to the weekly. That's 0.4%, 5%. That's huge for this chart, right? So that's huge for this chart. Do not expect the same volatility that we do have on this chart like the one we do have on the Bitcoin chart. So on the Bitcoin chart, we could see a 10% move out of sudden on this chart, or on the gold chart, not so much. Gold was a bit crazy lately, and we've seen 3%, just above 3% in a day, you know, so that's kind of crazy. But this chart, I mean, here you scalp for 0.1, you know, that's your scalp. 0.2, 0.3, that's a good day trade, so something like this. But this is what I'm looking for here. So I would say that the chances are pretty high for this to take this high. And then if you get something along this line, you know, more upside is possible. Let's see the other ranges that we do have, but that would be too many levels on the chart. So this range is basically what we had, since we do have an SNR flip level. Oops, not this one, but this one, right? I forgot to mention. So we do have an SNR flip level here, right? And it was support lost. Guess what happens? Then it is our resistance, right? Resistance. Now, the price needs to claim this level for more upside. So it's basically the same thing on the Bitcoin chart, on the gold chart, and on any kind of chart. If the price manages to claim this level, then point of control should be in order, and that will give us another, you know, move for about, give or take, 0.9, maybe more. So that would be a nice move to the upside. But until that happens, this is our resistance. And also, if we hide this one and we focus only on this chart, we can see that the value area of this value are high, value are low, point of control, this gets the job done, you know. So it's good to have like high time frame levels to know exactly where we are on the chart. Then we get back to mid time frame levels, like for example this SNR flavor, which is not that hard to understand, right? So we support, then it was lost and flipped, and since then it is our resistance, right? So locally, we do have the value high acting as resistance here. Great. And then we do have this level on the chart for a possible swing failure pattern. But let's say the price without the horizontal, let's say the price does something like this, swing failure pattern, then comes here, back testing the value high, then more upside is possible. Great. So that could be a trading plan. If on top of that, you have some horizontals, right? If on top of that you can add some fibs, something like that, that should give you more levels, previous day levels, daily open, VWAP, right? VWAP is very, very good for this chart, right? Especially on a low time frame. So that could help you to understand where we are on the chart, right? High time frame, low time frame, and then you can actually start to trade in between these levels. But just to, like I said, just to give you an overall idea about what's going on this chart, let's hide this level. So on a high time frame, right, I have to go to weekly time frame. We do have these levels, right? Price is up here. So who's telling me that we've seen the price here, here, and here? Who's telling me if we get the change in market structure, the price could not push to this area? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, as long as the bullish market structure, we get the confirmation about the bullish market structure and we start to see continuation, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, then great. Then let's pay attention to our ranges, right? High time frame ranges. And other than that, these lower ranges, like something along these lines, if TradingView actually wants to show me the SNR, this kind of ranges, like low ranges, this could be, right, something that could guide you. Point of control value are high, then we get to the point of control with bigger ranges, so on. So this is just let's say the way I like to trade this chart. Maybe it is different from your technical analysis, maybe it is the same, maybe it's just another point of view. I'm not here to, I'm not looking to be right, I'm just looking to make some money from this chart. And other than that, let's see how this week will develop. Like I said, NY open on Monday. It is basically, it is a very, very important level every day, but especially on Mondays, the NY open could potentially give you the bias for the entire week. Bullish, bearish, that we need to see because we still have a couple of hours until NY open. And that would be the last trading pair that I have for you today. Bitcoin not doing too much here. I mean, scalps, like I said, yes, totally fine. VWAP and some other levels. I'm not going to go to more details, but definitely pay attention. So this, the SNR flip level 32,903, and then that should open the possibility for higher. How much higher? Again, high time frame level, 50k area, psychological area, plus we do have some other confluences in that area, but for that the price really needs to claim and backtest, most important backtest, flip this entire area to support. Until then, this is resistance, and at resistance you look for shorts. Again, I'm checking for some other question. No trade, no life. Yeah. So yeah, those are all the questions that I do have on the chart right now. And yeah, hopefully everyone understood my trading ideas. You know, we do have a couple of trades we need to see, but most important, and I would like to end with this, very, very important, the price is back once again into the 30k area. Let's see if this time the price will actually be able to claim this area, and that would open the possibility for more upside, or we will see another rejection. No, I'm okay with both. I would like more upside, why not? I would like more upside on this chart, but like I said, for that the price needs to actually to claim this levels. Yeah, that should be all for this week. For the premium members, I'll be around in Discord for the rest of the day. Charts, questions, whatever, don't be shy. please post them and tag me. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. For the free Discord, again, remember we do have, this is the link for our Discord. You can find the link in the description. So we do have a free section in Discord where we post the most important high time frame levels. And other than that, if you want to go more in depth, then we do have a lot of things going on, a lot of channel. We do have daily updates. We do have a live trading session. Last week we had 3, I guess. One of them we actually managed to catch this push to the upside. Then we had another one on Wednesday as usual, and then we had some news on Thursday, and we had another live trading session. So we do have live trading session, we do have modules. Please don't forget about our website if you want to go more in depth. And yeah, other than that, we will catch you for the next public Sitrep next Monday. Could be me or could be Victor, we don't know that yet, but yeah, let's see what this week will bring, and let's see what the price action will be on the chart. And remember, as a trader, you can make money if the price moves to the upside or the price moves to the downside. That's why it is really important to have a bullish and a bearish scenario. Okay, that should be all. Thank you for everything, and until the next stream, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye bye.